There are literally millions of people online trying to make money with meme coins. Most are doing it the wrong way. Let us show you the right way to make a minimum of $10,000 a month income using meme coins. A beginner launches a meme coin because the network fee looks tiny. 10 minutes later, the wallet feels unfamiliar, the intended buyers are somewhere else, and the Launchpad cannot clearly explain where liquidity will come from. The idea might not be bad at all. It may simply have been sent to the wrong address. So what if your coin isn't failing because the concept is weak? What if the venue is the problem? I'm Graham Frame, and today we're turning that worry into a practical decision. I'm joined by Maya Ellis, a blockchain launch strategist. Maya, before someone chooses a network or Launchpad, what should they do first? They should stop asking which platform is hottest and ask which venue can this project actually use responsibly. I use a simple scorecard: audience fit, participant cost, operational simplicity, liquidity clarity, and support when conditions change. Score the evidence, not the marketing. Good. And just to set expectations, a scorecard doesn't predict demand or returns. It helps you prepare and notice avoidable problems. Let's start with the people, because a network can be technically impressive and still be the wrong neighborhood. Exactly. Ask who already uses the network, what they do there, and whether they are active in the kind of community you're trying to build. Look for recent observable activity, not just follow accounts. Can people explain the network's purpose? Are the wallets and trading tools familiar to them? Do they already gather around similar projects? So if the coin depends on quick, low-cost community participation, I shouldn't assume every low-cost network is suitable. I need to check whether the intended participants are already there and can act without a complicated detour. Right. And I would add one test. Describe the token's intended use in one sentence. If that use needs a particular wallet, application, or transaction pattern, verify that the network supports it comfortably. If you cannot explain how a normal participant would use it, pause before you plan the launch. Then come the costs. People often see a small advertised transaction fee and think, sorted, but that is only one line of the bill. Yes. Record current fees, typical confirmation times, and what happens during busy periods. Then include the learning cost, setting up the wallet, understanding approvals, moving funds correctly, and fixing an error if something goes wrong. A cheap transaction can still be expensive if the process is confusing. What evidence should a beginner save? Not a screenshot from 6 months ago, I hope. Definitely not. Save the date, the link to the current fee documentation, a recent transaction example, and a note about the wallet steps. Then set a recheck point before launch. Fees, rules, and network performance can change. Your scorecard needs a date on it. Now here is where I think people can disagree. Suppose one Launchpad has excellent discovery and a busy community, but its documentation is thin. Another is quieter, yet its process, fees, and liquidity arrangements are clearly explained. Surely visibility matters? It does matter. I wouldn't throw visibility away, but I would interrupt the usual conclusion. Visibility cannot rescue an operation you cannot verify. A Launchpad may bring attention, but it cannot guarantee buyers, liquidity, or a workable launch. I would set minimum standards first. Clear rules, understandable tools, visible fees, and an answer to the question, What happens if conditions change? So the rule isn't choose simple over popular every time. It's minimum viability first, audience fit second, and visibility only after the basics are verifiable. That is the rule I would give a first-time launcher. Also check whether the tools are genuinely operable by you. Can you practice the steps? Is there a real support route? Do they explain delays, adjustments, or stopping a launch? Good support makes the risks clearer. It never makes them disappear. Let's put numbers on this. With a fictional project called Harbour Hound. Maya, give us the provisional score. Audience fit, 2 out of 5. The community is active, but it is not where Harbour Hound's intended participants already spend time. Wallet simplicity, 2 out of 5, because the setup requires unfamiliar steps. Observed fee burden, 4 out of 5. The headline fees are attractive, and recent examples support that. Liquidity clarity, 1 out of 5, because the Launchpad gives vague answers. Support, 2 out of 5, because replies are slow and the contingency process is unclear. That is a useful result. The cheap fee score does not rescue the venue. The overall picture says, slow down, compare another option, and ask better questions. It does not say the network is automatically bad. It says Harbour Hound has not proved the fit. And that distinction matters. A venue can be suitable for one project and unsuitable for another. Never copy a recommendation without checking its date, assumptions, and relationship to your own audience. If someone benefits financially from directing you to a platform, disclose that and compare alternatives. When should someone pause completely? When fees are unclear, rules cannot be verified. Support avoids direct questions. Pressure is building to spend immediately, or the plan only works if everything goes perfectly. A pause is not failure. A pause is information. And keep launch funds separate from personal finances. Use a small, no-rush budget and assume you could lose the money. If you need a guaranteed outcome to justify the decision, do not proceed. No scorecard can remove market risk. Before we close, write down 5 answers. Who is already there? What will participation cost? Can the network support the intended use? What does the Launchpad genuinely provide? And what happens when something changes? Add evidence links, record the date, and compare at least 2 venues. Your challenge is simple. Score 1 potential network and 1 Launchpad before you plan the coin itself. Don't follow the pack. Learn the right way to profit by learning the right way to prepare. And remember, research is not a promise of returns. If you want structured help, explore how our Done With You SendIt process works, and check the current details carefully before committing anything. We co-pilot the live launch and teach the software step by step, but support is not a guarantee of demand, liquidity, income, or profit. Choosing the right venue cannot control the market. It can give your preparation a clearer foundation. Get started with a Done With You system. Take the next decision only when you understand it and keep your evidence up to date. Let's go. The sooner you're in, the sooner you learn. You have to be in the game to win the prize. And to live like a millionaire, you first must think like a millionaire. Prepare carefully, manage risk, and don't follow the pack. Start making serious money today deploying meme coins using our free SendIt Alpha tool. you'll soon be generating well over $10,000 a month.